That's exciting. I find it funny that the first item y'all actually got was the one we couldn't use.
Was what?
Was the one that no one can really use.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can use it, you just take a lot of negatives.
Well, I can imagine one of us using it to carry it
Who's
into
carrying
battle.
Me.
Yeah.
That thing is like 25 pounds. Probably heavier than
I was gonna say, is that all?
It's probably like 100 pounds.
Okay, that's a lot.
Can I put it on my phantom seat?
Maybe. As soon as he tells me how much they actually weigh.
Come on, Larry. Hey, girl. Hello. What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Stickers box.
Don't make fun of Menzies.
I will.
Okay, basic ones are 45 pounds.
45 pounds?
Yep.
This one is 90. No. 75. That's a good round
Chris,
number.
Can you pass me my notebook? I do.
Stop walking on my book.
Where's my
Artemis.
Stop putting it where I walk.
Where is my book?
What are you looking for?
Cellular. Oh, there's right there. It blends in with the blanket.
And yeah, I suppose we'll be using Phantom Seed to get back.
I'm actually gonna see if I can carry this. Yeah, we'd be walking out. I'd just be dragging it out, I guess. Ish.
Do we have a way to... Was the cave a serious drop down into it, or can we like just walk out? Or?
When you walk out, you're gonna have to either climb up or fly up.
Nope. If I carry this, it would be over encumbered.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't have
Hopefully, I can
one.
put it in my fucking bag of holding.
How much of your other stuff can you put in your bag of holding?
True.
So to get out of here, what we're gonna do
Yeah.
is I'm gonna cast Water Breathing on you,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna cast Ride the Waves on myself, and Globe of Tranquil Water. And we're going to ride. I'm going to swim us both out of the cave.
Okay. I'm gonna
Why not just walk?
Huh? You said we would either have to climb.
Oh, I
or...
see what you mean.
Oh, God damn it. Put my face. But, give me a moment.
So where do y'all head when you get to the top of the cave?
I'm just gonna wait and put some stuff in my bag. Hold on.
Well, he can move the shield along with you while you do that. Or this could be after that.
I guess we'll just
Follow
head up
second.
north. We didn't really burn too much here. We can keep going.
Actually, now that we're out, I'm gonna see where it points. Good morning. Huh?
Keep going north.
Okay.
Directly north.
Can I put my hammock and my 50-foot rope in there?
Yep.
Okay.
And a posture of killing my duck. Just a little bit.
What about my koi?
You can put
All day?
it's a bag of holding.
Just making sure things are good in there.
Now, it'll take like a full round action to get the boy out, or anything really, but, so if you may want to keep like one set out.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my spec way out with my other ones. Hello. I'm gonna put my machete in here too. Hello. Or would that cut the bag?
Are you stuck?
No, this is just all unprepared moves. That's all.
like hello. Hello. How are you?
That's
Small barrels in
mark
there.
off that cast those spells.
So you keep going north, and you go north, and you go north, and you go north.
And I'm gonna try to hit him again.
It takes you north. It takes you.
You go all the way up the coast. You go all the way up the coast until you get to the mountains and the steppes.
Hey, mama.
And it takes you to a temple in the mountain.
Would we be able to get there today with just Phantom Steed?
Just Phantom Steed? No.
Then we'll get as far as we can with Phantom Steed, and then next day I'll do Windwalk
I'm
again.
about to leave to go get it then.
And I'm actually going
I love
to
you.
change it up just slightly what I've got here.
Now I can hold it. Is it 75?
Hmm?
75?
Where are we going?
Is it 75?
75 what?
What's the thing?
Pounds. 75 pounds.
Hold it. Still bring something.
thing!
And you want to know what?
Why?
The bag holder.
We're gonna go.
50 pounds to hold it.
So I have one.
That's the thing that weighs the most. It's a fucking bag of holding.
Well, you're holding how much weight in it that you're negating?
A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 3, 5, 6, 6, 2. A small bear of Leviathan. Do you have shrink object?
I don't believe so.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
No. Like, I have all of the spells that clerics can get.
Hey, pick up your book.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go put
Just
shoes
move
on,
it.
Oh.
and we're gonna go.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
She
to shrink.
really likes car rides.
Really? Like Jackson?
Yeah, she's probably gonna go crazy, and I'm so sorry.
That's why I was like, move your book.
Would you set this on the table?
Alright, is she going on car rides with you guys?
See.
Feels like Jackson.
Alright, so
Just like Jackson.
you get to a temple. Big stone temple. Door has an engraving of a red dragon on it. It's a magnificent red dragon.
I can tell this place is dragon themed.
Very, very large dragon door.
Are there bushes near this place?
No,
Yeah.
no plant life.
Are you ready?
Hey,
You said it's mountain, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
are there rocks?
And when you get to the door, there is an engraving on it. And there's
Get off of
also
it. Get off of it.
like
Oh god.
She got off.
like a little recess, a little circular
That's all that
recess in the door. There are draconic words underneath.
Okay, but first, is there are there rocks that I can lift into?
Yes.
I'm gonna put this tower on the ground, cover in some rocks.
Okay.
I'm just hiding it so I don't have to carry it all around.
Okay. Where y'all going?
We are going to Ember's mom's house.
Good time.
We're gonna go get my check.
Not bad.
What is the draconic say?
It's Riddles. Ish. Right?
Yep.
The first starts a word you no longer remember. The next is yourself, first place contender. Third marks the beginning of a second start to go again. At last it needs silence, like that at the end of every grave.
In the grave?
Good news is I don't remember what that was from when I helped you come up with that.
It was good.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Can you write it down here so I can read it like myself? Oh, is that just there? Because I need to be able to see it.
I'm gonna pause video because no one is in the room currently. That's the other thing. If it's in Draconic, and I know... Well, that's kind of giving it away. I think about it.
The first starts a word? Does that mean like the letter? Can I roll a linguistics check to try to solve it?
You can roll a linguistics check. I won't tell you. It might not help you solve it. But linguistic, you already know the language.
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Did you remember? Or did you figure it out?
Halfway between.
I told you the riddle, so you can say it. I told you the riddle.
There's like 3 reasons why Valky wouldn't think of it, at least not yet. 3 reasons.
One is yourself. I get to pick a riddle and terrible with riddles. I get to pick a riddle and terrible with riddles.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure you didn't tell me the answer the first time. I actually did figure it out then as well.
If you want to solve it, you can.
Like I said, like after some time, I'll think it over and might come up with something, but Valky really wouldn't give me it.
Jash should get it first.
That was my
Think about it out. Think about it out loud.
First starts a word you no longer remember. How would I know the beginning of the word if I don't remember it? Things would I not? What things would Jash not remember? Nezro, because he's a forgotten god.
The only way you can solve a riddle is by figuring it out. Testing things out.
N. So Jash.
The way I always solve riddles
Huh.
is I work through the first part, and it's like, okay, it might be this. Let's do the next part. Does it still make sense?
Yeah.
Does this still work? Yes? Okay, next part.
So would it be Nez or an N? Because it doesn't say the first letter, it just says starts.
Valky is gonna ask, would you let me know Draconic again? Because it seems like something to do with the language. So the translation probably won't help.
Okay, I do that. That's just yourself. Person or
I don't want you to guess until I don't want you to say it until she at least guesses.
Yeah.
Gives it a
That was
shot.
kind of the plan.
Yeah. Let her try a couple times. I'm interested to see what she comes up with. Ah, no, my hamburger!
what?
My hamburger fell.
Just tape it on your face.
This part's naked. There we go.
It's like a Victorian woman applying a beauty spot.
30 marks the beginning of the second start. To go again.
Do you want me to get you a piece of paper you can write on?
Huh? What do you mean?
Huh?
I have paper.
Yeah. Right. Do whatever. You can. I don't know if you want to record this part of the session. That might be rather quiet.
Yeah. My advice would be to skip around, and if we're talking about stuff and sound like we've gone past this, go back.
That is awful. That is awful. No. You should you just have to edit this part. Be all like, sometime later.
There's a small chance I'll go in and put like an annotation saying, hey, skip to this, where we actually do shit again, but...
A lot of this portion will be silence and maybe some small talk.
Myself, the first place contender. God? No. Because God, I don't know.
I see what you mean, but
The third one sounds kind of like revival. I haven't gotten the second one yet.
yeah, that does sound right.
It says the third marks the beginning of a second start to go again, so that sounds like revival.
Yeah.
So, if my reasoning for the first one is Nezro because he was a forgotten god, unless it's more forgotten gods that are dragon leaning. Can I roll a knowledge for that?
Knowledge for what?
Try to find like more forgotten draconic gods.
You can roll a knowledge for that, sure. Roll that nat 20.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Luna. You've surprised me before. Jash has surprised us all before.
yeah.
Would that be a history or a religion?
Take a pick. I will let you roll whichever knowledge you deem appropriate.
Because you're only gonna get it on a nat 20 anyway.
Because you're only going to get it on the nat 20 anyway. And only because you're a bard.
I'm also going to ask you this. So I'm going to roll, but I'm also going to ask you, are there any forgotten draconic gods?
There have been. I'm sure there have been.
Nat 20 on knowledge history.
You are kidding.
You whore!
Now I've got. Fuck!
Nat 20 on knowledge history.
What'd you get?
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're done!
What?
No, we're done.
Are we really?
Yes, you know of a few forgotten dragon gods.
Can I have names?
No.
Ones that relate to a red one?
Hmm?
Can I have one that relates to a red one? Or do I not get their names?
I just don't feel like making no names.
That means it's not the right answer anyway. So you think of a few, but none of them seem to fit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for that.
Well, I know a few, but it just doesn't work.
I wonder what that last line means, though.
What?
I can't figure that out at all.
At last it means silence. Like that hand
At the end of
at
every
the
word.
end of that.
My E's and A's get weird sometimes.
Maybe. Well, we did find. Well, the door of the last place we were at did say grave, so that might be linking to that. And they're both dragon themed, so. Revival. Are there any draconic gods now that were once? That reaction tells me no.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
I'm sorry, I'm trying.
I'm sorry I'm not good at puzzles, Chris.
No, it's just that, like, what you're doing makes sense, and that's the worst kind of thing. Because if it does make sense, then you keep going down that path. But it's not right.
You have a good train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's the wrong one, but it was good.
Mm-hmm. You've gotten some of it, I can tell you that. I shouldn't, but
You danced around it. You're really good at that about my puzzles, actually. You do that every time. You're like, here's the answer. La 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 la.
It's lovely. I love it. It's quite nice.
I'm gonna inspect the sword. What? Is there any details on the sword?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna inspect the door around the puzzle. Anything? Just the red dragon?
Just the red dragon.
How old do we think this? How old did you figure this stuff is? Just out of guess.
Dungeoneering or history?
I don't think I actually have either of those at all.
Oh,
I
wow.
might have Dungeoneering actually. Or in history.
I'm gonna do history. Oh. That was a 2.
Yeah, I don't have.
5, so no.
5 now.
Those are actually the 2 knowledges I don't have. I put ranks in everything else. I'm not necessarily good at much of them, but
Every little bit helps.
well, the ability to roll them, without the -5 helps.
What?
I'm reading myself again. I'm really like persistent about the third one being revival because I don't know what else it could be
Mm-hmm.
because it literally just sounds like revival
Yeah.
or retrying something. But I think just revival.
I'm just thinking, if this is old enough, Nezro might not have even been a forgotten god back then.
Maybe.
And if they were wanting it to last a really long time, then the ones that were already forgotten would be really and truly forgotten. So it doesn't make sense that it'd be like a name of a god.
Maybe.
Was that bad?
Maybe it's not the word at all, but like it's the thing that starts people talking about it. Like basically how a god starts you to pray. Something that happens that starts you to talk about it. That makes you talk about it. So it starts the word about it. But I don't know what that could be. The island! The war! With all the constructs.
What about it?
It could. No one. Well, I guess people. I don't know if everybody remembers it.
I don't know how old this is, but that was only like 60 years ago. I'm guessing
Okay.
this stuff was before that.
Before that,
Luna, roll me a wisdom check. I'll give you a hand. Because you danced around. You, small, maybe.
Huh?
Maybe not.
13.
Wisdom check. It's add the modifier. Did you roll a 4?
Yeah, add your wisdom modifier.
Oh, I would will. Not with
Wisdom.
Yeah. That's a 6.
One of the first things you said when you read it the first time. When you read that the first time, one of the first things you said.
Bob?
One of your first impressions about what it means. Not specifically.
I said I wasn't a god.
Before that. It was a 6. There's not much I can do.
I know. It's just this is starting to hurt.
I'm not good with puzzles?
No,
It's not even that, because like it is fairly esoteric, and you're going down roads that do make sense.
You're not.
It only hurts because I already know the answer, but my character doesn't.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying that was one of the first things I said. I was not good at riddles.
Oh.
no.
I don't remember anything else. other than Bob Nesro. It really is. I no longer remember it.
Read it again. Out loud.
First the word you no longer remember.
No. I cut that word out.
It starts the word you no longer remember.
That's that line. That's why I had to scratch that out, because I said it different than I wrote it, because I had to change it, because it's different. That's why it says starts.
So, was that just me reading it wrong, or was that the hint?
That was you reading it wrong. You just said it wrong, and I corrected you.
Okay.
The first starts a word,
yeah.
not the first is a word.
The first starts a word you no longer remember. The next is yourself. First place contender.
That one's okay. I hate that one.
Third
That
marks-
one seems the most straightforward to me.
The one that seems most straightforward to me is the third one. Third marks a beginning of the second start to go again. That seems
Yeah.
like revival to me. Or just going back and trying it again.
Alright, Luna. Do all four of those lines seem like they are describing the same thing? You know how a lot of riddles are a guess what this is?
Yeah.
Does this seem like that? Are all of those lines describing the same thing? Because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to solve each of those lines as if it were its own riddle.
Okay.
And you're trying to make something out of that.
Okay.
Those lines, those students not going to give it to you like that. It's not that kind of riddle. All four of those lines do have a different answer. Like you're right on that track,
But they work together somehow.
but they work together in a way different than how you're thinking. I think.
Death?
How do you figure?
Huh?
How do you figure?
Well, no. But the way with revival, you die. You have to die to be revived. And as myself, the first place contender, everybody's the first place contender to die. Except for, silence and stuff, very great. But the first
But
one,
the first one doesn't go with that,
yeah.
so that can't be it.
First? No.
Ow, ow,
Maybe not.
ow. I'm making a wisdom check. 18. I've got a hint in mind that I think will help you. Want to just say it? It's something that Valky actually could catch.
Okay.
The first starts a word.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like a letter or a sound, and like each line works together to make a word. And maybe like that first one also, like that first letter is the letter of whatever that line is, but it's also like the first of all four going together to make a single word.
That's what I thought too, but I just didn't know the word for it.
Try different lines.
If it's the first letter of each one, though, then that third one is probably an R, right?
Yeah.
So the word is probably like blank blank R blank.
Basically playing hangman but with sentences. And we need to guess the word for each sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that puts it in perspective. Blank, blank.
Good job. That was a good hint.
I was hoping the whole, I think it has to do with language, so tell me, would be kind of leading there, but that was still pretty far off.
You said it too, Lou. You were like, "Is it the letters?" That was one of the first things you said. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
yes!
what I was thinking. But I couldn't think of the word, so I just went off from that because I was thinking Nezra, so it's N. But then you guys said it wasn't with God, so I just. Period?
Huh?
A period? You have to begin into silence.
I'm not gonna tell you if you. I'm not gonna tell you. No more hints. You've gotten all the hints you're gonna get. You now know how this puzzle works. It is
Well,
up
I'll
to
try
you.
just saying that in game.
It's up to you to solve.
Well, it doesn't mean like a silent letter, but there's only 4 things. And I don't know.
I think like the end word wouldn't necessarily be linked to like each and every line. It's like that's just how you get the letters for it. Because like the R if we're working off the assumption that that third one is R because it's resurrection. Like it's got a death theme through part of it, but like it's probably somehow how we open the door. So it might just be we speak it, but it might mean we like need something. So it might be something completely different from, because hopefully we don't have to just kill one of us to get in the door. So hopefully it's not death, but not insurmountable of a problem. But
Man, what kind of tick GM would do that? There's something in here. I'll just start with that.
Okay, so if that's R because it's resurrection,
What would be a word we no longer remember?
maybe that's it though. Like it's not someone specific resurrection. It's just a general resurrection. So maybe it's more general than what you were thinking.
What do you mean? Like the resurrection of a dragon?
Yeah, like instead of that, it's just resurrection for R. So maybe instead of it being like a specific forgotten god, it's just like forgotten.
Forgotten.
So like
F.
so an F, yeah.
Okay.
I still don't know the other two though.
A person? Like person? Because the first place contender? Or
But
an
that'd
entity?
be like FPR.
Yeah.
What would fit between that?
Energy. Entity?
Read the line.
I think just yourself?
FYR? That might? I don't
Fire.
know. You know.
That's how you open this door. For your information. You said FYI. You were saying the last one was a period. So it's for your information.
Oh no, I was thinking of fire because it goes with the dragon thing. And also the fire thing at the last one. But it'd be spelled with that Y.
That's close enough. We could try saying it.
But what does the circle on the door mean? Like the little circle indentation?
Describe that to me again.
It's just like a little recess in the door.
Are there? Oh, you said there's no vegetable,
No vegetable.
plants or anything. I think I finally used up all of my rags. Something burnable. We need something that would burn.
Actually, I have pieces of wood I can probably burn.
Yeah, just fray off a little bit, and I'll stick that in the door.
Yeah.
Now cast your favorite spell.
I pass spark on it. Or I could have just put a little bit
It
of
goes
heat there. Fire.
burns up,
I say that in Draconic.
and there's fire in that little recess,
Uh-huh.
and the draconic riddle on the wall glows, and the door opens.
The word was I.
The first
I?
is yourself. What do you call yourself?
Oh!
First place.
Still!
What is the Roman numeral for first? I. That one was reaching, but I hate that line.
I kept trying to like say I was trying not to put emphasis on it, but I kept saying like I don't know that one. You know, like I don't know.
You got it though. After some nudging.
The E was what was that line again?
It's at last it needs silence, like at the end.
Oh
of
yeah,
every
yeah. So
grade.
like a silent E or just the end of the
End of the grade. End of the word grade is E.
Every.
And interestingly,
Mhm.
R I believe originally was like redo.
Yeah, it's
But
funny.
resurrection worked so much better, and I was like, Valky would agree with that. That would make sense to Valky.
Actually,
So
both said that.
she said it first.
Well,
I
no,
said
when you
revival.
solved it the first time, you were like,
Oh,
"Oh,
did
it
I?
was revival." I was like, technically it was redo, but
Oh.
that works too.
Oh.
I find that funny. But yes, it was forgotten or forget. I for I redo, and then end of the word.
I'm not good at riddles. Let me put emphasis on that. Don't give me a riddle, bitch.
You'll get more eventually.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
Just wait till I level up my intelligence boosting one so I can actually participate more. And I'm gonna cut the video here.
Alright, what time is it?